probably been told that AI is going to replace you or that AI is going to make you rich overnight. Both of those are lies. AI isn't a threat. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's leverage. And in the next 12 minutes, I'm going to show you how experts, coaches, and consultants are using AI to turn what they already know into a business that runs itself. No huge team, no tech degrees, definitely not some 5-year plan. And I'm talking about in 30 days, have a complete digital product built and running. If you're an expert who's tired of trading time for money, this video is for you. So let me ask you a question. How long have you been telling yourself that you're gonna build a digital product? How long have you been saying, I should package my knowledge or I should build an online business? Now, here you are, still thinking about it, still planning, but more importantly, still waiting. But it's not your fault. The problem is you've been sold the wrong game. You see, everybody tells you, post content every day across 5 platforms, build a huge audience first, learn funnels, ads, email marketing, build a website, figure out tech that you don't understand, do it all yourself and hire a team that you can't afford. Meanwhile, you're working 50, 60 hours a week just keeping your current business afloat. So the digital product stays on the shelf, it stays on the someday list, while you watch other people who have less knowledge than you, less experience than you, building businesses, successful business online while you watch on the sidelines. And you're stuck, still trading your time for money, still invisible despite being an expert, still exhausted from doing everything yourself. And here's what nobody tells you. The game has changed. What worked 5 years ago, that doesn't work now. You don't need an audience. You don't need to be a tech genius. You don't need years to build this thing. All you need is one thing, the right system. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about. My name is Arturo Johnson, and I built a business that does over $20 million, and I have over 500 followers, get 12 million views on Instagram. I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs build their business online. But here's what should matter to you, because that's not really that important. I did all of that with one presentation. Not 100 different offers, not a complicated funnel, not a huge team. One core presentation that delivered consistently. And that's what I want to show you how to build. And I call it the one-person business model. And here's how it works. You build one core asset, your digital product. Could be a course, could be a coaching program, a framework, a system. Doesn't really matter. It's the thing that you're gonna sell. Then we build one presentation that sells. That's your signature talk, your 45-minute VSL, your sales mechanism. And then this is the key. We install AI to do everything else. AI creates the content, AI follows up with the leads, AI books your appointments, AI handles the repetition so that you can focus on delivery, but more importantly, closing. You see, you're not learning how to use ChatGPT. You're getting the complete infrastructure that uses AI to run your business. So just think about it. Right now, you're trying to build a business the old way, manually creating everything and doing it all yourself. That's like trying to build a car from scratch when you could just buy one that's already built. And what I'm offering you is a car, a supercar that's already built. The complete system, the infrastructure. We build the product, we build your presentation, we install the AI automation, we give you the content system, we show you how to deliver it. 30 days, done with you, not a course you just watch by yourself. This is the new game. And the people who get it right now are the ones who are gonna win for the next decade. Now let me tell you a story. All you really need to hear is this, because if they can do this, you can do this too. April 2019, I'm staring at my phone. Bank account is at a negative $90, not zero, negative. Both checking and savings completely overdrawn. And my wife walks into the room. She sits down at the kitchen table, doesn't say anything at first. Then she looks at me and she says, you got 1 month, 30 days exact. We just bought a house, just got married, just getting this thing off the ground. And for 9 months, I've been promised her this was actually gonna work, that I was building something special, that we were gonna be okay. Because here's where I was. I left my serving job, one of the best restaurants in Nashville, the Southern Steak and Oyster, to chase my entrepreneur dream. So I hopped in and started trying to sell life insurance. Cold calling during the day, waiting tables at night, making promises to clients and my wife that I couldn't keep, making promises to everybody for that matter. And I was failing everybody. Now, have you ever sat at the dinner table with somebody that you love, but you're not even tasting the food, you're so stressed. You're not present, you're not listening, you're just sick, you got that pit in the bottom of your stomach because you know that you're doing the wrong thing in life. And that was me every single night. My wife would ask me how my day was and I just lie. Yeah, babe, it's going great. I'm closing a few deals, but I wasn't even close. More importantly, I was broke And worse than that, I was stuck. And now I only had 30 days before she walked out. So I did what any other desperate person would do. I started asking questions. Not how do I make this work anymore, but why is this not working? And here's what I realized. I'd been in the life insurance industry for 9 months, and I'd asked every top producer the same question. What are you doing to get clients? And none of them could give me a straight answer. They say things like, oh yeah, just go network, leverage your warm market. But when I pressed them about like, okay, but how? Like, what's your actual system? They had nothing. And that's when it hit me like a ton of bricks. They didn't have a system. They didn't have a predictable process to generate clients. They were just winging it, getting lucky on referrals, burning through their warm market of contacts. But there was no predictable, repeatable way to generate leads and book qualified appointments. And to top it all off, they didn't have a rinse and repeat system. Nobody did. And that's when the light bulb went off. The problem was not me. The problem was the game. You see, everybody was playing checkers and I needed to build chess. I needed a system that worked whether I worked or not, a system that generated leads predictably, a system that booked qualified appointments on autopilot, a system, more importantly, that actually worked. So I built it. Now, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not gonna lie and tell you that this was easy, but I only had 30 days, 1 month. I locked myself into my apartment. I barely slept. I read everything I could on lead generation, automation, sales, and systems. More importantly, I tested, I failed, and I tested again. Man, my wife thought I had actually lost my mind, but I kept going. I didn't stop. I didn't quit. Because what choice did I have? It had to work or it had to work. Go back to waiting tables, admit that I was wrong, watch my marriage fall apart? Hell no. I was gonna crack this code or die trying. And guess what? By week 2, I signed my first client for $500 a month. I closed him in the stairwell at the Southern before my shift started while I had my apron on. I ran his credit card through PayPal and it went through. And I can remember right before pre-shift, holy crap, this guy doesn't even know me and he just paid me $500. And then 24 days later, he asked me for a refund. He's like, yeah, man, this isn't working for me. My LinkedIn is growing, but I'm not making any money. So you know what I did, what any respectable business owner would do, is I gave him his money back. And I sat there thinking, okay, back to square one. But here's what happened. That client, they had an automation software that they didn't know how to use. The software that would let me automate the lead generation and the follow-up process. I finally got my hands on an AI-powered system. So I asked him, hey, can I keep using this software till I figure it out? And of course he was like, yeah. And so from there, I spent the next 2 weeks learning the system in and out, every intricate detail. I practiced on him. I figured out what worked. I figured out what didn't. And then I took what I learned, and that's when I got my next client. Then another one, then another one, and another one, and the wins started to pile up. From there, I went from charging $500 to $1,000 to $1,500 per month to now I charge $10,000 per month. In 6 months and 29 days, I hit $10,000 a month. I was so proud. I walked into the kitchen, my wife's cooking dinner, and I said, honey, guess what? We're gonna be okay. She turned, she looked at me, I showed her my phone, $10,000 in a Stripe account, recurring revenue. And she just broke out into tears. Now, here's the thing. I didn't set out to teach this. I didn't wake up one day and just think, man, I'm gonna be a business coach. I just solved my own problem. But then something interesting happened. Other people in the life insurance industry started asking me what I was doing because I went from sitting in the back of the room to starting to sit on the front row, riding first class. I looked different. I was the top producer and everybody wanted to know how. So I did what any other aspiring entrepreneur would do. I started teaching the system and it worked for them too. Client after client after client, different agent, same results. And that's when I realized, oh, this isn't just for me. This is for everybody who's stuck. So I left the insurance industry and I launched a coaching business in April of 2019. And that one system, built out of desperation, refined through repetition, has generated over $20 million in sales. I went from a negative $90 to making $10,000 per day, $300K per month. I retired my mom, we had our dream wedding, and now we can travel the world as much as we want. I'm not bound to a job. I have complete freedom. And I've built an audience of 500,000 people and I get over 12 million views a month on Instagram. I've coached attorneys who left their partnership to build 500K practices of their own, financial advisors who went from managing others' money to building 100K per month businesses, corporate consultants who turned their expertise into 7-figure enterprises, freelance videographers who turn their business into 70K month businesses. And the reason why I'm telling you all of this is not to brag, it's not to impress you, but to impress upon you, but to show you that if I can go from a broke, desperate, month away from a divorce to building a $20 million empire, you can too. Because here's what I had back then. No audience, no tech skills, negative $90 on my bank account, and 30 days to figure it out. And what I did have was expertise, a system, and desperation. And you have expertise, and I'm gonna give you the system. And you probably don't have the desperation that I had. Well, at least I hope you don't. But if you're tired of where you are, if you're ready to step in and stop trading time for money, if you know that your expertise is worth more than what you're currently making, then you already have everything that you need. And here's the crazy part. When I built my system in 2019, I had to do everything manually. Every email, every piece of content, every follow-up. It worked, but it took me 2 years to perfect it. You have AI now, which means you can build in 30 days what took me 2 years to figure it out. The system I'm offering you is the exact model that I've used, but we've compressed it, we've automated it, we've simplified it, all with the power of AI. We build your product using AI to package your knowledge. We build your presentation using AI to structure and script it. We install AI automation that creates content, books calls, and follows up. You show up for these 3 things: delivering your expertise, refining your presentation, and closing clients on calls. That's it. Everything else, it runs automatic. Now, let me ask you something. Let me keep it real with you. If all this system did was give you the confidence to finally leave your 9 to 5 and step into your 2.0 version of your life, that 2.0 era, what would that be worth? Would it be worth it? If all this system did was give you the autonomy, the freedom, the flexibility, and the ability to work when you want, where you want, with whoever you want, would it be worth it? If all the system did was create consistent income so that you could finally stop trading hours for dollars and start making money while you sleep, would it be worth exploring? Because honestly, here's what I know. You've already done the hard part. You've built the expertise, you've put in the years, you know your stuff. The only thing standing between you and a business that runs itself is the system, an AI-powered system. And that's what we build together. Okay, so now here's where we are. You got 2 choices right now. One is you can keep doing what you've been doing, keep posting and hoping, keep trading time for money, keep watching other experts build the business that you know you should have. Or choice 2, you can take what you already know, your expertise, your experience, your frameworks, and install them into a system and turn it into a business that runs without you. And if you're smart, you're ready for choice number 2. So here's what to do next. Click the link below, book a 15-minute demo call, and on that call, we'll map out exactly what your digital product would look like. We'll show you how the system works for you with your specific expertise, and then we'll see if you qualify to work with us. Now, I need to be clear about something. This is not for everybody. We only take a few clients per month because this is hands-on, done with you implementation. We're not just giving you some course and wishing you luck. We're building the system with you. So, if you're an expert, a coach, or a consultant who's serious about turning your knowledge into a business that makes money while you sleep, and you're ready to take massive action in the next 90 days, not someday. If you got someday, do not book a call. This is a sales call. Click the link below and book your call, and we'll walk you through the entire system, answer your questions, and if it's a fit, we'll get it started. We'll make you an offer and get started immediately. You see, you've already built the expertise. Now let's build the business. Click the link, book a call. Let's turn your knowledge and expertise into a business that earns for you.